Hello all. So today we'll be going through yet another tool called Ansible, and we'll see how to integrate that with GitLab CI/CD pipelines. Okay, now Ansible is actually an open source tool which is existing from past 14, 15 years or maybe more. Basically, it is used for configuration management. So if you want to install any servers or you want to install any software on the servers or any kind of app server like Tomcat, or you can want to install any kind of Apache server, Nginx server, etc. So these are also used for application deployments, and typically I have used this around for 10 to 12 years back. So this is mostly used for on-premise deployment where we have 40 or 50 servers, and the same deployment, which is jar or ER, needs to be deployed across all the 40 50 servers at the same time. So it is very useful in that case, and it can also be used for provisioning. Provisioning means again setting up the servers and all other stuff from scratch. Maybe you want to create some infrastructure. It can be used to provision those things. And again, it can be used for orchestration, that is management of all the infrastructure, including scaling and all other stuffs. So important thing to notice here is that it is agentless service, which means it does not require any kind of software to be installed on the target systems or managed nodes, you can say. Its just primary requirement is like all the servers should have SSH and Python installed, because it's solely dependent on Python, which is the language it uses to communicate and work. Now, first of all, why Ansible? So Ansible is very easy to learn, and it works on a simple YAML syntax. So if you know YAML, it will be very easy for you to get in and learn about Ansible. Second is again agentless. Like most of the configuration management tools, does require agents to be installed, but Ansible doesn't require that, and it is idempotent. So by idempotent, it means like suppose you have 10 servers and you have installed Apache or Nginx over it. The next time you learn, it will already understand that it has already Nginx server running, so it will not do anything and just say that the state is okay, or it is already running, Nginx server is running, so it will do nothing. So that is what it means, and it scales easily. So even if you have 10-20 servers, it will scale itself and work seamlessly across all 20 servers at the same time. Then how does the basic setup of Ansible look? So this is the very basic setup of the Ansible. So if you are a beginner, you can understand like you have an inventory file, maybe init.ini or maybe any other file with the .ini extension, and then you have a playbook where you define it in the YAML syntax, where you give the like here we have not mentioned here, otherwise triple dash is there, which means the YAML begins from here. It's not a mandatory requirement, but if you give, it's a proper way where we can understand the YAML starts from here. And then we have the other fields called name, where we can give any name to understand like what it will be doing, the task will be doing. And as it is defined over the YAML, so playbook runs only with the YAML syntax, and name is defined. Then we define the host. So host web servers, again, if you provide it here, either you need to define in the same file, or it can be picked from the inventory file. So we can see the web servers we mentioned here is coming from the inventory file up here. Then become true is like it should be allowed to access sudo access, and then it should be able to run the task whatever is assigned. So in the task section, we define what all things it need to do. So the name of the task we have given Nginx install. You can give any other name of your choice. And apt is the module which is being used for installing the Nginx, we can see, and the name is given is Nginx, and the state should be present, which is like if wherever we are running on the web servers, if Nginx is not present, it will install those things, and if it is present, it should be not doing anything. So that's what this simple syntax means. And how to run this? So the simple way to run is Ansible-playbook. Here, this is the command for that. -i is for inventory. So here we can give any file. So we just consider this web servers, whatever the things we have defined here in the inventory file is within the file name called host.ini. And if it is at some other location, you have to give the proper relative or absolute path for the init or ini inventory file. And then this is the site.yaml, which is the playbook. Here you need to mention. So once you run that, it will be installing Nginx over all the web servers